Gay ass song, kill yourself, my dude. It's just some royalty free stuff. I've got. This is actually from. It says at the top. It's from. Well, it doesn't say this, but it says it's from OC Remix, which is a site that does royalty free. Well, partly royalty free game remixes. Or they host them. You can view the details of the license in the description. Oozly, you fucker. V and Arch don't have a wizard in their D&D. Go there and play. I would play a wizard, probably. Except, in the universe, it's like, you don't have any magic users. If you can't show me the gene, there are no traps. Holy shit. I wonder what Kraut's position on traps are now that he's gone, like, anti-race realism. Well, not now, but, you know. So anti-race realism that he's even anti the basic definition of it. Unless you have a biological study to show that traps are gay, he refuses to consider the possibility. True. Everything in the chat is about Kraut. I need to stop getting distracted. Dude, my beast, you're still really upset. Every time I unmute it thinking it has to be about Kraut and JF now, it's just Oozaloo droning on about boring nonsense. Do you actually watch JF streams? I mean, I'm using his streams as a model here, just because it seems like you probably do, because you want to hear about this topic, but he does an hour of intro before his streams. I'm not even doing any intro, I'm just going through a few topics before we get to Kraut. So, where did I put it? Sargoy? No. It's not in there. It might be in there. I know I saved it. That's a shame. I don't know if I have it still. Maybe someone screenshotted it and sent it at me. That's really annoying because I did have it. Maybe I just go to the video and find the comment because I know it'll be there. Let's do that. And nope. You know, I'm gonna fucking just turn this off just in case. I don't see anything. Alright, there's the video. Oh, it's not autoplaying, that's convenient. Right, see the word there, Sargon. Right, so I'll get a screenshot of that and open it in a new tab. After saving it. This is why I have music, so that I can have something playing while I'm doing stuff. Oh, apparently I already have a Sargon folder. Excellent. And then we will close that, and then we will this, get it from there, and there we go. And display that. There is the comment. So Caspington says, anyway, fuck you all, I'm off to see Star Wars, etc. Usually keep doing you. I can't fucking help but keep doing me. Mitch wants mod. What are you gonna do with it, Mitch? Hey Usually, please debate DDJ. I don't know who that is. Discordia. How's it going, dude? Ah, Mitch. Right. JF and Jeff sound familiar. They do sound a bit familiar, but you figure it out. Bye bye, Kurtrak. Bye bye. Bye bye. Capo's here. Thoughts? Habibi. CRP is a drama hole. I did get that impression, yes. Ah, Capo is Sorrid's snack. What do you mean? Who is Capo? Time to roast Capo? Yeah, we can continue from before. Discordia sees everything. Carp, post some of your poetry. Yeah, I don't even know about your poetry, but definitely post it. Carpo hasn't died enough times in this stream, yeah. Correct. How many times have you died in this stream? Because if it's not up to the same amount as on Cabal, which is 12, I think, then it's not enough, to be honest. You too, Mitch. Oh yeah, Mitch definitely posts some fucking poetry. We can rip into it. So all my Cabal brethren are mods, but not me. Well, Mitch, they're all mods on Cabal. I mean, and that's like, I talk to them pretty regularly. I mean, it's nice when you pop on, but we don't talk that often. But yeah, I'm tempted to give you mod. It's just you know what? Am I mod in your chat? Go check if I'm mod in your chat. If I am, I'll mod you here. Oh, okay. Joel wasn't talking to me. No worries, man. That's actually quite a lot of chat. I like it, dude. Scully, what the have you got a problem with my label? Have you got a problem with my label? It's accurate, and it's fairly minimal for what it describes. Like, come on, do you have a problem with my label? Beepis realism is greater than race realism, to be honest. Thank you, Carper. That's very insightful. Kurak has not been bad enough in the stream. It's accurate. In the US, liberal is just left wing. Yeah, it can be expanded even that far. Yes, but I think I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not just progressive. It's just left wing. But I think maybe the reason I say it's progressive is that most of the people that encompasses when used in the US are progressives, and so de facto it means progressive. But maybe in their minds it just means left wing. So yeah, I think you're probably right about that. But I think we're probably both right. Nana says that she'll watch my videos if I give her mod. Okay, so maybe 1 extra view on all my videos for a month, and in recompense I have to give you the power to ban anyone from any of my chats. I'm gonna go with a no. Political Jazz says, Oozlu, please consider debating DDJ as he makes great content. He is a MGTOW. I don't know who DDJ is. I can't remember anyone that matches that. But let me know. I have no problem with MGTOW unless, you know, the wrong, like, you know, they take it too far. Scully says that she didn't have a problem with it. She had a similar label problem. It's relatable. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying there was something wrong with it. No worries. Wouldn't say I'm a centrist though. No, I understand that. Not everyone can be as good as me. It's fine. Kronos knows what I should call myself. Well, then go ahead, my dude. Sargon calls himself a liberal. Yes, he does. But he would only do that in the context where it's understood that he's talking about the more broad and traditional sense of the word liberal, rather than the just, you know, progressive or US left. I would describe him as, by description, a social liberal, and by prescription, a classical liberal. And there is congruency between the two. It's not impossible for him to be both, even though classical liberal does refer to a what is generally conceived as a right-wing position. There is a congruency there, because classical liberal is not, in the sense he's using it, I think, not a complete ideology. It's just a set of principles that can mix into an ideology. And that's the way I'm using it in my label, by the way. It's basically just Enlightenment values. It's just a step in for that. And not all Enlightenment values either, just the good ones that we've built our societies on, like democracy, free speech, free press, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's more. I always forget loads of them when I'm trying to read them out anyway. Progressive is not equal to liberal. Of course it's not, no. But people, I think, use the label liberal, especially in the US, to refer to, let's say, a group that is almost entirely progressive. Or not almost entirely, but mostly progressive. Oozlu, will you go with Sargon to TWS live in London, now the 15th? I guess I can tell people about this. I don't think there's anything about this that would be secret, and apologies to Sargon if there is. I was going to go, but I decided not to. The tickets sold out on the first day, and so I contacted Sargon. Well, I was just in a voice channel with him, and I said something along the lines of, "Is there any way for me to, like, sneak in?" And he said, "Well, if you do the tech for me, then you can get in. You can come in and do the tech." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds good. Let's do that." But then I had a thought about it, and I mean, there's something else on that day, which I really should do. And it's a shame, because it is a slightly higher priority, but also, like, do I really want to throw 80 quid to do 3 days of work to watch something that I could probably watch at home? So, like, it makes it factors. Ultimately, my reasoning about, like, the cost and what I'm going to end up doing, it would be good to see them. But ultimately, that reasoning doesn't actually matter, because I do have that other thing to do on that day. So it's not that I don't want to, it's that I can't. But at the same time, I don't know if I'd want to. Because, yeah, I don't even know the systems, to be honest. I would be able to figure it out. I could be the tech guy. But he'll have loads of people there. He'll find someone. There'll be someone there who can do it. Anyway. But yeah, if I was there, I don't think he'd have me on stage. I think he wants to do him, and I think he's got like one special guest. Progressive leftism is not equal to progressivism. That's true. I have several progressive friends, or at least I have had, and there are reasonable progressives, definitely, that are not SJWs and that are not progressive leftists. But they seem to be, in terms of power, the minority these days. Do you respect women's? There's some good respect women means. I'm trying to remember the one I thought of recently. But yeah, just I mean, well enough. They don't seem to be upset with the amount of respect I'm offering them. No matter how forcefully I offer it to them. Oozlu, good reply, runs to tell you. What? Oh, I see. Oh, right. Yeah, no, Saigon might watch this, I don't mind. Oozlu, you should get JF on. If he is willing to come on, I'll give him a link. Oozlu, do you recognize Somaliland as a state? I haven't heard of it. Oh, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. It's not Somalia. Somalia is a state now. They're not anarchist anymore, as of like 3 or 4 years ago. Oozlu, we are not friends. Who are you again? Socialist is not equal to social liberal. That's true. They're quite different. Offer respect to women forcefully. Lols, that's a good one. I mean, a lot of them like it like that. In fact, probably most of them like it like that. Under the right circumstances, of course. I'm going to name my penis Respect. Oh, my dude. Oh, my dude. It would be cool if JF came on. I wonder if I could send him a message on Discord. Hey, I'm running a stream right now. If you'd like to come on, if so, we can call here. I've been talking about Kraut. That'll do. Do you recognize Kosovo as a state? I don't even recognize Kosovo. I've got a mention on Rybe's server apparently, and 2 in Cabal. I'll find out what happens. Actually, did anyone join Cabal? I bet a few people did. Let's have a look. Yeah, we got a few new joiners when I mentioned it. Welcome to the server. Forceful respect. Very forceful, my dude. How about Jerusalem as Israel's capital? Yeah, I guess I could give my brief thoughts on that. It's not clear what Trump is trying to do there, but I lean towards pro-Israel because despite the, arguably barbaric things they've done in the region, it's like one of the only worthwhile countries in the region. And so, at least from the perspective of general human development, it's worth making Israel stronger. But it's not a hard position I have there, and I don't know much about the subject. I just know enough to know basically what the conflict is about. Both sides have done plenty of wrong, but I think Israel is worth obviously, they're supported by foreign money a lot, but that doesn't change the fact that they've created a somewhat worthwhile country in the desert. So, do you recognize Palpatine? Ultimate power. Do you recognize Palestine? What's Palestine? Nice typing sounds. Yeah, it should be a bit quieter than normally because I've got a bunch of audio effects, and one of them is a dynamics plugin that reduces the sound at lower volumes. So as long as the typing doesn't get above a certain threshold, which it often doesn't, then it will be quieter than usual. Ethno states for me, not for thee. I don't care how ethno it is. I just care that they've produced something Western, i.e. worthwhile in the desert. So I don't care how ethno it is. Pretty much Uza, it's like an elven outpost in Mordor. That's actually quite a nice way of thinking about it. Jews are elves. Well, I mean, I'm not a big fan of elves in video games. I don't have the same sort of instinctive despisement of Jews. I have no problem with Jews as far as I know. I'd be interested though to see if there is any correlation between certain political positions and Judaism and sort of ethnically Jewish people in terms of actual evolutionary history, but not that interested. Oh, you actually like it? Wow. Apparently just by typing I'm pleasing my chat. Let's see if we have a response from the GIF. Not yet, no. We'll keep an eye on it though. I think we'll end in a few minutes here. I'm gonna have to end soon anyway. Other things to do. I might eat something. Goodness me, what if I ate something? Is there anything else that I have forgotten to mention? Actually, no, not really. I have this weird feeling that I've missed a shitstorm, but maybe it wasn't that important if that's the case. And I'm going to be continuing to develop my position on this and what I'm doing in the next few days, next few weeks. This is, fucking every time. Could you explain your disdain towards elves? What have they done to you? They're just twats, to be honest. I think that's what I need to say. Any news about Catalonia? Not that I know of. Again, like I still think if a people wants to secede, they should be able to. The same reason I think Brexit's okay. The same reason I don't really mind if Scotland leaves. But obviously, what happened with Catalonia was a bit barbaric from Spain. But I can understand, like, if you're running a country and 20% of your GDP is about to leave, then you can understand from a pragmatic perspective that they would do that. It may even be the most ethical thing to do. Forceful, reasonable position. Women respecting forceful, reasonable position. According to DA, it only takes 2. I don't know what that's about. Its leader fled. I haven't been keeping up on the Catalonia thing, but Saika Maguichi is saying that Catalonia is back in control of Spain, and its nationalist leader fled to Belgium. Shame, but whatever. Hey, Great Red Menace, I'm not saying that, this is the guy, by the way, the moralizer. I'm not saying that the majority of Catalans wanted independence. I know that there was a serious problem with, like, the referendum. Because obviously the government said it was illegal, you can't vote in it, and so a bunch of people who didn't support the independence didn't vote in it, so it was obviously going to be skewed, but I was just stating a general principle there, not necessarily the principle relevant to Catalonia. It's, obviously hard to tell whether they do want to secede or not. But clearly there was a sentiment for that. It's not going to happen now anyway, so it's not really relevant. Matthew Buddha did nothing wrong. No, I don't think he did anything wrong. I just think he stumbled in his exploration. He seemed a bit insecure and a lot of it. And I'm not saying anything against him. I like the guy and I like his videos. He's obviously very skilled, but he definitely didn't handle it great. And that's not to say he did anything wrong. He just, in terms of like his approach, there were issues, there were stumbles, and I think he would even agree with that. Blazed and Loving It says, joined your Discord about 6 months ago, Uza. You've given me the courage to say hi finally. Oh, I appreciate that, my dude. And please don't feel intimidated by me. It doesn't make much difference me saying that, because apparently people are intimidated by me anyway, or in the past people have said that about me, but I'm really not that bad. I don't know, like, if someone's wrong, I will be, but if someone's being nice to me, there's no way I won't be nice to them. Pretty much no way. May you die known as Choozaloo. Wow, thanks, bitch. I mean, Mitch. Very well. Oozloo confirmed, Brony. Horse fucking did nothing wrong, to be honest. Time to throw hands. Capo. No one knows what you're talking about, my dude. Magic is heresy. Well, if it is, then you're watching a wizard, so you might want to, like, be careful of the Inquisitors, mate. They're coming for you next. And to be fair, Mouthy did not lose some of the more prominent skeptic friends he had. Sargon and Bunty Kingdom. Yeah, no, I think he stumbled, but he didn't do anything wrong. Morally wrong, or in terms of, like, ethics, whatever, anything like that. He made some, like, in terms of the merit of his arguments and of his approach, he made some stumbles. But he recovered, I think, in the end. I haven't watched his videos, honestly. I should go back and watch them, but from what people were saying, they were actually good videos. Informative and objective. So if that's true, then congratulations to him for that, honestly. Welcome to the herd, Oozloo Brony confirmed. Horse fucking didn't do nothing. How many subs does people need to have to stream with you? It's not about subs. There is like a threshold of broadcast etiquette, so you got to have a reasonably good mic. You got to have a reasonably good, like, I guess, like, presentation, conversational approach. I'm not trying to be elitist there at all. It's just I want to keep some sort of quality of conversation on my streams. But at the same time, I do sometimes, very rarely, but when it's needed, I'll do, like, open streams. and I think I might do more of them, or I'd like to do more of them. My objective is to do these streams like maybe twice, maybe 3 times a week, and then cut them up on the other days into videos. And these streams will end up being unlisted, but the cut up bits of the videos will all link to the original stream, and they'll be uploaded over the next few days afterwards. And gradually the cut up bits will get better. I want to try and do this without re-rendering them, or if I'm going to re-render them, I want to re-render them on a different PC with like FFmpeg via command line. So they'll get better over time. To start with, I think I'll just cut them out, upload them, so they'll be really rough, but I think I'll at some point make like automatic systems to attach intro and outro sections to them, and maybe do some fades and some nice stuff like that. So if that's the case, and I'm going to do more streams, then I can have some more diverse kinds of content. I can have people just hop on into Discord. I'll do it via Discord. It'll be on Cabal, by the way. If I do an open stream, you'll need to be on Cabal to join it. So cabal.oozloo.net. Put that in a browser, and you'll get onto the server. He did have an existential crisis. He did seem to have a bit of a crisis, yes. JF intervened. It was a productive conversation. Yeah, JF was like mean to start with. But I think that's just his style. Again, it's just a device. But they were reasonable when they were talking, and I think, yeah, it did go well. Respect to JF for most of the way he handled that. J Will series says, should Darth 4 be... I don't know. Oozloo rocking that JF style. Who's JF? Oozloo again. Hitler was a vegetarian, so he couldn't have been that bad. Did he conclude Hitler was a bad person beyond doubt? I can't remember. I didn't watch the video. If you did some shit on your stream, would you be okay with me? Yeah, absolutely, my dude. Kronos, I'll tell you what, yeah, you can clip it, but just link to the original stream. That's all I'd ask. For anyone who's just interested, Kronos has a channel where he uploads clips of things relevant to the culture war. So, as far as I know, they're well received. So there you go. Really, Oozloo, are you in jail? What's that a reference to? Do bear in mind there's a bit of a delay here, so I don't know exactly what you're referencing there. Hitler did something wrong. He killed himself. True. Even if it's unlisted. Yes, Kronos, even if it's unlisted. The video being unlisted doesn't mean you shouldn't link it. It's just going to be unlisted for presentation's sake, because the same content's going to be uploaded again. It's just going to be in a better form when it's uploaded again. At least that's the idea. Yeah, no worries, Kronos. Kronos is he's been around for a while in various forms. I've been known him for a while. Hitler and Chaplin had a slight resemblance and were born in the same year and months and days apart. Kind of freak Chaplin out. Interesting. I didn't know that. He's having another hearing. Agent of Doubt is covering it. Okay. Why does the so-called pro-black SJWs only talk about black people in the West, while ignoring the Darfuri people who are black and are being killed by... Yeah, it's the same. It's a power play. That's why. They don't actually care about the issue. They care about using it to appeal to other people's sensibilities to get themselves social and political power. It's always been that way. 420 birthday. Well, Queen's biological birthday is the day after, apparently. Interesting. But, oh yeah, she has like a official birthday, doesn't she? The French Canadian does not throw out the white flag in this case. Though, yeah, you may expect it.